Welcome to the English Conversation Learning Podcast. Today's episode is about daily routine. You will hear a full conversation where one person talks about their whole day and the other person responds. This will help you practice daily English sentences. Let's begin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex.
And I'm Mia.
Hello, Mia. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm good too, Mia.
That's nice.
So how was your day today?
Oh, my day? Honestly, it was quite long. Do you want me to tell you everything, step by step?
Yes, start from the morning.
All right. My alarm rang at 6:30 a.m., but I didn't get up immediately. I pressed snooze twice. I was so comfortable under the blanket.
Haha, I do that too.
Finally, after 10 minutes, I forced myself to sit up. And like most people, the first thing I did was check my phone.
Of course. Social media in the morning.
Exactly. I looked at WhatsApp. My friend had sent some late-night memes. I laughed a little. Then I checked emails. Nothing urgent. But then I opened Instagram, and boom, 10 minutes gone.
That happens every time.
I told myself, enough, get up. I opened the curtains and sunlight filled the room. That gave me energy. Then I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, splashed cold water on my face, and took a warm shower.
That must have felt refreshing.
Oh, yes. And as usual, I planned my day in the shower. I thought about my meetings, my report, and even reminded myself to buy groceries later. After the shower, I wore casual clothes and went to the kitchen. I made breakfast, toast, 2 fried eggs, and black coffee. While cooking, I turned on the news. My roommate walked in and asked, "What's for breakfast?" I said, "Same as always." He laughed, made tea, and we talked about football.
Are you even a football fan?
Not really, but I listened anyway. After eating, I washed my plate and went back to my room. By 7:30, I checked my calendar. 2 meetings today. I wrote a quick to-do list. Finalize client report, prepare slides, reply to emails. Then I did a short 15-minute workout. Push-ups, sit-ups, stretching.
Wow, that's productive.
It gave me energy. At 8 o'clock, I ironed a blue shirt, wore trousers, polished my shoes, and packed my bag with laptop, charger, notebook, biscuits, water bottle. Essentials all checked. Then I left for work.
That's nice.
Outside, the air was cool. On the way to the bus stop, my elderly neighbor was watering his plants. He smiled and said, "Good morning." I replied with a smile. At the bus stop, a school kid with a heavy backpack was yawning. A man was reading the newspaper, and a woman was scrolling on her phone.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I enjoy about mornings. Everyone is doing something different, but somehow we're all sharing the same space for a moment. It feels like a little snapshot of life.
Soon the bus arrived. I tapped my card, sat by the window, and watched the city wake up. Shops opening, people rushing, traffic starting. I played a podcast about productivity. The host explained the Pomodoro technique. Work 25 minutes, rest 5. I thought, maybe I'll try it today.
That's cool. The Pomodoro technique really helps to stay focused and avoid burnout.
The 40-minute ride flew by. At 8:55, I reached my office, showed my ID to security, and took the elevator to the 5th floor. I greeted, "Morning, everyone." My colleagues smiled back. I switched on my laptop and checked emails. Already 20 new ones. At 9:30, we had our daily stand-up meeting. Everyone gave quick updates. When my turn came, I said, "I completed the draft of the client report yesterday. Today, I'll finalize it and prepare slides." My manager nodded. "Good. Send me the draft by lunch."
Sounds like a busy start to the day. It feels good when the team acknowledges your progress, and having a clear plan for the morning sets the tone for the rest of the work.
Back at my desk, I worked on the report. Checked numbers, fixed charts, edited text. Around 11, a colleague said, "Coffee break." I smiled. "Yes, let's go." We poured coffee and chatted about movies for 10 minutes. At 12:15, I finished the report and sent it to my manager. At 12:30, he came by and said, "Good work. Just fix one detail and send it to the client." I updated it and hit send. What a relief.
That must have felt good.
Absolutely. At 1 o'clock, it was lunch. We went to the cafeteria. I ate rice, curry, and salad. My colleagues ordered sandwiches and pasta. One told a funny story about her commute. Another shared about her weekend trip. We laughed a lot. After lunch, I felt sleepy, so I walked around with a glass of water. By 2 o'clock, I was awake again. Time for the client meeting. We connected on video call. My manager introduced, then I presented the report, explained charts, answered questions. At the end, the client said, "Good job. Very useful."
Wow, that must have made your day.
Yes, I felt proud. The meeting ended at 2:45.
That's great.
Back at my desk, I replied to emails. By 3:30, I had a biscuit snack. At 4 o'clock, I worked on slides for another project. My manager said, "Continue tomorrow." By 5:30, I shut down my laptop, packed up, and left the office.
Nice. Sounds like a pretty balanced day. You got work done.
Outside, the roads were crowded. At the bus stop, I bought roasted peanuts from a vendor. The bus was packed, but I found a seat. I looked outside. Kids walking home, people jogging, shops glowing with evening lights.
That sounds like a lively and colorful evening commute.
At 6:20, I got off near the supermarket. I bought milk, bread, fruits, and vegetables, and guess what?
What?
I bumped into my old college friend.
No way.
Yes. We laughed, talked for 15 minutes, exchanged numbers, and promised to meet again. Then I finished shopping and left. By 6:50, I headed to the gym. My trainer smiled. "Ready for workout?" I said, "Yes, but tired." He said, "Do what you can." I stretched, ran on the treadmill, lifted weights, did squats and push-ups. He corrected my posture. It was tough, but I felt great.
Wow, that sounds like a fun meetup followed by a really solid workout.
By 8 o'clock, I was done. sweaty, but satisfied. After a quick shower, I stepped out. My phone buzzed. A friend texted, "Coffee?" I replied, "Sure." So I went to a cafe. It was cozy with soft music and the smell of fresh coffee. My friend was waiting. We ordered cappuccino and latte plus chocolate cake to share. We talked about work, laughed about old memories, discussed future plans.
That sounds like the perfect way to relax and end the day.
Around us, students studied, couples whispered, colleagues relaxed. We stayed for 45 minutes. At 8:45, he left for dinner. I walked out smiling.
Seems like a peaceful and happy evening for you.
At 9:15, I reached home. I put the groceries in the kitchen, changed into casual clothes, and drank water. Dinner had to be cooked. I made rice, dal, and stir-fried vegetables. Simple, but delicious. By 9:45, I was eating while watching a travel vlog.
That sounds like a cozy and satisfying way to end the night.
After dinner, I washed dishes and cleaned the kitchen. At 10:15, I relaxed on the sofa and watched a comedy show. I laughed so much. I replied to a few texts, too.
Nice. Sounds like a light and cheerful end to your day.
At 10:45, I called my parents. My dad talked about his office, my mom shared family news. I told them about my report and meeting my old friend at the supermarket. We laughed and said goodnight.
That's lovely. Ending the day with family conversations always feels warm.
At 11 o'clock, I made green tea and sat on the balcony, sipping quietly while feeling the cool night breeze. After that, I read 20 pages of The Alchemist. Then I wrote in my journal, "Busy but productive day. Finished report. Went to the gym. Met a friend. Grateful for family and good food." Finally, at 11:30, I brushed my teeth, set my alarm, and lay down. I whispered, "Good job today. Tomorrow, let's do better." And then I slowly drifted to sleep.
Wow, what a day. Full, busy, and meaningful.
Yeah, it really sounds like a full and meaningful day.
That's the best combination. Ending the day with both peace and satisfaction.
But guess what? At around 1:20 a.m., I suddenly woke up.
Oh, wow, that's so late. Must have been surprising.
At first, I thought it was morning already.
Haha, that's funny, and I've mistaken the time like that too.
But when I checked the clock, it was still deep night.
Oh, so it was one of those random wake-ups.
The room was so quiet, only the clock ticking and a faint noise of a passing vehicle.
That must have felt strangely calming.
I turned on my side and tried to sleep again.
Did you manage?
No, I kept tossing and turning.
Ah, that restless feeling is the worst.
After 5 minutes, I gave up and decided to get out of bed.
Good idea. Sometimes it's better to just do something else.
I walked into the kitchen and poured myself a glass of water.
Classic move. Water really helps.
While drinking, I noticed the moonlight shining through the window.
Oh, that must have been beautiful at that hour.
The city looked so different, like it was sleeping but still alive in little ways.
Wow, that's such a nice way to describe it.
I felt like enjoying the moment, so I made myself a cup of warm milk.
Nice, cozy midnight comfort.
I went to the balcony with the cup and sat down quietly.
Perfect spot for late night thoughts.
The air was cool, the night was silent except for the distant hum of traffic.
That sounds peaceful and calming.
Out of habit, I unlocked my phone.
Haha, typical. Phones always find their way into the story.
A few friends were still awake, posting memes and photos of snacks.
Oh no, that would make me hungry instantly.
I replied, "You guys are making me hungry at 1:45 a.m.
Perfect late night humor.
Then one close friend texted me directly, "Still awake?"
Oh, so you weren't the only night owl.
I replied, "Yeah, couldn't sleep. You?"
That's a classic midnight start to a chat.
They wrote back, "Same here, too many thoughts in my head."
Wow, that sounds so relatable.
I said, "Haha, maybe it's the universe telling us to talk."
That's actually really sweet.
We ended up chatting for about 15 minutes.
Nice. Late night chats always feel special.
We laughed about silly memes, discussed weekend plans, and even shared small worries.
That's the magic of night. Conversations go deeper and funnier.
At one point, my friend said, "Midnight talks are therapy without the fee."
Haha, that's such a good line. I'm gonna steal it.
After the chat, I felt lighter, like my mind had emptied.
That's wonderful, and sometimes that's all we need.
Then I picked up my journal again.
Even journaling at 2 a.m.? You're amazing.
I wrote, "Strange, but maybe waking up was a blessing. Quiet night, stars above, thoughts flowing."
That's beautifully written.
By 2 a.m., I still wasn't sleepy, so I opened my ebook.
Good call. Reading usually calms the mind.
The book said, "Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most."
Wow, that's such a powerful line.
I thought, yes, that's exactly what I'm learning every day.
I like how you connect your day with such ideas.
I kept reading for about 15 minutes, slowly sipping the last of my milk.
That sounds so cozy.
Then I paused to just look outside.
Oh, I can imagine the view now.
A dog barked far away, a taxi drove by, and then silence again.
That's the real sound of late night life.
The city looked like it was breathing slowly, resting.
Beautiful image. You make it sound alive.
My eyes started to feel heavy finally.
At last. Sleep calling again.
I rinsed my cup, switched off the balcony light, and went back to bed.
Good night routine complete.
I whispered, "Now, really good night."
Haha, I love that line.
By 2:20 a.m., I finally drifted into a deep, peaceful sleep.
What a night. Even waking up turned into a meaningful little journey.
Yes, I'm tired, but happy.
Thank you for listening to the English Conversation Learning Podcast. In this episode, you learned how to talk about your daily routine in English. From morning to night. Keep practicing these sentences every day to improve your fluency. Join us again in the next episode for another useful English conversation. Goodbye and take care.